Okay, sixth graders, I'm going to take you through the pre-test and give you some hints on the questions. And I want you to also use this as a study guide and a review for the test. Okay? So, in the first one, it says, what is the quotient? Remember, the quotient is the answer. And what do you have to remember to divide by? What do you always have to divide by? What does the divisor have to be? Jen? A whole number. So you have to make this number a whole number in number one. Okay? Number two, find the sum. The sum is the answer to what kind of problem?
Addition.
Addition problem. So we have to make sure you line up the decimal points in the answer. Number three, how do you put numbers in order? Brett. Yep, so you have to compare the, what? Compare the numbers in the same places. Yeah. Oftentimes it's easiest to line them up going up and down. So rewriting them like this, 1.27, 1.3, 1.4, 1.1, 1.128. Are these in order from least to greatest? Because these are all the same. The decimal points are lined up, but this one is the smallest number because when you compare the places, this one is the lowest. So this helps to line the numbers up and compare them and compare the places, okay? Number four, another one with the quotient, more division. Make sure you put the decimal point in the correct place. Number five, it says use compatible numbers. What does that mean? What are compatible numbers, right? Good, divide, easy, with no remainder. So round them so that you can divide with no remainder. Okay. Wait, this is a multiplication equation though. That shouldn't. They messed up the directions on this one. So in this case, we're not going to divide. We're going to multiply, and you should multiply using using numbers that are easy to multiply. Okay. Like 10 and 100, or basic numbers, like single digit numbers. 7 times 5, 8 times 4, 9 times 6, 10 times 5, so on. Okay. Make sure that you put the zeros in the answer correctly. Remember, when you're doing big numbers, multiplying big numbers, put all the zeros in the answer, okay? In number 5, we're multiplying. There we go. And put all zeros in the answer. Okay? What is the difference? Should you estimate when it says what is the difference?
Yes.
No. No. The difference is just an answer to a subtraction problem. So make sure you line up the decimal points in number 6. Line up the decimal points. Number 7. What is the product? When multiplying, multiply as normal, and then count all the places behind the decimal point and move the decimal point into the answer. Number 8 we talked about. Number 8, the starting amount is the first part of the drawing. That's the amount that's shown on top. So in this case, 4.2 is 4 wholes and 2/10. Then the amount underneath it, the size of the groups, what is the size of the groups? Show. What part of the problem is the size of the groups? The divisor, the dividend, or the quotient? Cool?
The divisor?
The divisor, right, that's the divisor. And then the answer is the number of equal groups. How many times can you make equal groups of the starting amount? That's what division is all about. Okay? Daria.
Remember 7, when you count the spaces by the decimal, when, like, let's say the number is all 2 5 times, and there's 4 numbers behind the decimal point, would you put it in front of the fourth 2 or behind the fourth 2?
Well, wait a minute. There's only 3 numbers behind the decimal point in the original problem. The 7 is behind the decimal point, the 0, and the 3. So you only need to move the decimal point 3 places in your answer.
Like, would you put it in the fourth 3 or after, like, the third number? Would you put it in front of the third number or behind?
Start on the far right
Yeah.
and move it 3 places in, so past 3 numbers. Move it past 3 numbers. Okay? We talked about comparing numbers in number 9 already. Number 9 is more about comparing numbers. Number 10 is more dividing. Number 11 is estimation. Number 12 is more dividing. 13 is more multiplying. 14 is more subtracting. 15, multiplying. 16, another one of these type of problems, the model problems. 17, use the table. Jamal wants to create a weight that is exactly 10 pounds. He's collected the following 3 bags and needs 1 more. How heavy should the last bag be? So all together it needs to weigh 10 pounds. And you have to figure out how much the last bag needs to weigh. And 18, Maria has $4 to spend for school supplies. The items' prices are shown in the table. Which purchase would Maria be able to make? And so you have to figure out in number 18, when you add up those items, how many could she afford to buy letter A? 4 pencils, 2 erasers, 1 notebook or notepad, and 1 marker. Could she afford to buy B or C or D? So you have to use the price list to figure that out.
Is this an assignment?
Yep, this is a graded assignment. Okay? And there's some hints for you.